Mark and Ashley, thank you so much for being here today. Online fitness has absolutely exploded in the months that people have been working from home due to the coronavirus. You guys left the entertainment industry and launched Obé, your online fitness platform, I think about 2 years ago. Tell me about the decision to start Obé and tell me a little about the brand.
Definitely. Thanks, Ellen. So at Obé, we are a premium entertainment network and community broadcasting live and on-demand fitness classes to an incredibly engaged audience across North America 7 days a week. We have 14 live classes a day, and we add 4 new on-demand classes, a minimum of 4 new on-demand classes into our on-demand library every single day, a library that has over 4,500 classes across all modalities, for all levels of varying lengths and taught by the best fitness talent that New York City has to offer. So, we can promise our audience really great, connected, topical, fun, fresh, and effective fitness experiences with us every day. And it really is an extension of what we used to do in the entertainment business. Ashley and I left the entertainment business to enter the entertainment business. It was a natural extension of our passions and our skill sets. We met working at a large talent agency representing incredible household name talent and brands, and also selling TV shows in a quickly shifting content landscape. And so taking our passion for fitness and for incredible fitness personalities and bringing them to a wider audience in a really accessible way. No expensive hardware. You don't need a lot of space. $27 a month for unlimited content was a passion project that turned into an exciting business for us.
I love the word entertainment. I think it's so reflective of what Obé is. You really have to kind of see it to know what we're talking about. So let's cut to a brand video.
Live from New York City every single day, wherever you are.
It doesn't have to be perfect.
These are your 28 minutes.
You've never seen variety like this, and a community that always has your back.
Commit to being the best you that you know how to be today.
You're just our type. We've got you. ObéFitness.com.
So I want to know, you guys must have had incredible foresight, or you did have incredible foresight to launch Obé 2 years ago. We're now in this online fitness world. What made you want to get into the industry specifically?
So we really wanted to create a premium fitness experience. There's lots of content in the world when you think about fitness that serves a utilitarian need, but it's not premium content. And we wanted an experience that engaged us, that was as good, if not better, than a boutique fitness experience. And so that's why we created Obé. We look at Obé as a TV network. We program 14 live classes a day, 7 days a week. Each of those 14 classes are their own shows. And so the way that we think about it is, it's about having really premium and high-end production values. So it's multiple cameras, it's editing in real time, it's incredible audio, incredible music, and incredible instructors who have the ability to captivate and really reach across the screen and grab you.
We are now in this market that's so saturated with online fitness options versus when you launched 2 years ago. I mean, even the little Pilates studio that I do is doing classes 5 days a week live. How do you differentiate Obé now in a market that's so much more crowded than it was just a couple of years ago?
There's a couple of main differentiators. One is the premium nature of our content. To your point, there's a lot of people doing Zooms. There's a lot of YouTube videos that you could repeat over and over again. But the way that consumers are used to consuming content, we're really trained by social media. So we want what's new and fresh, and we want high-end production values. And so again, that's why the audio is really important. That's why being able to create intimacy through different camera angles is really important. And it's also why variety is really important, because every day we feel a little bit different. And our work, what we want to do from a workout perspective is certainly going to change. And so being able to put out 14 live classes a day, 7 days a week, and being able to add, 4 or 5 on-demand classes every single day is really important, because ultimately that's what our members want.
Now that a large swath of the workforce in the US is working from home and fitness studios across the country are closed, what kind of impact has this had on your business? I would imagine that sales must have completely surged in mid-March when everyone started working from home.
Yeah, in mid-March, when everyone started working from home and self-quarantining and self-isolating, we saw a monumental surge in signups, and we ended up growing through those months over 70% month over month. As a startup that launched a little over 2 years ago, we celebrated our second year anniversary in early March. We had been growing very well month over month, but again, being forced to stay home presents a bunch of challenges. So, it's interesting, about 40% of consumers exercise at home for the first time in April. People, forced from their routines and realizing that they had to stay strong, stay active, and stay sane during this time. For that very reason, we were deemed an essential service by the New York State Governor's Office in March, so that we could keep producing under very specific circumstances, a lot of protocol and procedure around it with a skeletal production crew, but basically so that we could continue to deliver accessible wellness to all people, families, individuals, kids, seniors, et cetera, during this time where their routines for movement, which is so important, were really shaken up and turned upside down.
You also have a bit of a partnership model too. You mentioned kids. I think that was one of the things that we were talking about when we were talking a few weeks ago about pivots that you'd had to make because of the coronavirus. Why don't you guys talk to me about some of that?
Yeah, so on the partnership front, the Kids Bop partnership was something that we formed as soon as COVID hit. We knew that a lot of parents were suddenly homeschool moms and dads, and they needed to keep their kids moving. And kids have always loved Obé because of our incredible, ebullient instructors who are motivators and who are fun. And the kids are seeing mom and dad having the best time in their living room working out with us. And I think the bright colors probably help too, from our signature set. But we did a partnership with Kids Bop with some of their signature music, and a couple of our instructors who have actually programmed for kids before created these great classes for the whole family that we saw was a part of the new PE routine at home. But yes, partnerships have always been a part of who we are. We like to say that Obé sits at the center of the good decisions ecosystem. And if you're making good decisions for your health from a movement and fitness perspective, what other good decisions are you going to make? And how can we work with partners who are part of that ecosystem as well? So, from companies like Weight Watchers, now WW, to different athleisure brands and beauty brands and kids brands, we're finding ways to partner to bring the family exactly what they need in the wellness world along the lines of what we call the good decisions ecosystem.
I want to talk about who the Obé consumer is, how that consumer has changed during coronavirus. Are you attracting a new type of person to the platform? And after the pandemic is hopefully behind us, how do you continue this movement of online fitness? We've seen this trend before with Richard Simmons and Jane Fonda workout videos. Is online fitness really the future? How do you keep it going?
Sure, I can speak first to who our audience is. So our audience is people 25 to 54. From coronavirus, we really saw a huge uptick of people who were coming from traditional gym settings and boutique fitness settings who wanted a really great immersive at-home fitness experience. So that's been a large part of the growth that we've seen. One other thing that's really interesting to note is that people are working out more now than ever. And so from an engagement perspective, pre-COVID, we had our average member was taking 11 classes a month. Now they're taking 15. Our top 20% pre-COVID was taking 34 classes a month, and now they're taking 44 classes a month. So we've always had really great engagement but to be able to see it skyrocket in this way has been really monumental. In terms of the future of at-home fitness, I'm sure that there are some people who will return to gyms once there's a vaccine. I think, the more time goes on, the more habits form. I think there's a lot of people that will very likely stay at-home fitness users after this.
Ellen, just to chime in on that one, for us, we've realized that people who have come to Obé over the past 2 years, often leaving behind a brick and mortar fitness existence, have said to us, I never knew I could have this much fun working out at home. I never knew I could meet a community like this working out at home. I never knew I could get these results working out at home. And so with 40% of consumers working out at home for the first time and as many as 20 million gym memberships being canceled, 30% of the population saying they likely will not go back to the gym, people are realizing that their own living room is their fitness oasis if they have the right partner in that journey. And so that's what we've set out to do since day one when we started the business over 2 years ago. It's what we've done through COVID, and it's exactly what we'll continue to do in the months and years to come.
I think you make great points here. Fitness is, I think, one of the many industries that is going to be drastically transformed as we come out of the pandemic. Ashley, the point you made about consumers having more time to adopt behaviors, I think that especially with some of the news that we're seeing now, Lululemon's acquisition of Mirror and, gym chains like 24-Hour Fitness closing, I do think it will be a really interesting space to watch, especially in the world of online fitness. Thank you both so much for speaking with me today. I only wish we had more time. I feel like we could talk about this for at least an hour. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks for having us, Ellen.